Lachen ist
Irgendwas nicht mit dir?
Vertrag.
Today we are back with the 1979 children's television miniseries based on the 1962 children's novel by German writer James Krüss. Hello and welcome back to Binge King. Before we start, go ahead and subscribe. Also, press the bell icon to get the latest updates about new movies. Watch out for spoilers and take care. Without any further delay, let us start. The film begins with a group of students ready to take a shot when one of them, Timm Thaler, bursts out laughing hysterically, blurring the image. When the principal arrives, the photographer urges him to stop laughing. But his mustache motions are so comical the young boy can't stop laughing, leading other children to laugh as well. Timm had his father to rely on after losing his mother when he was a toddler. His father earns a living by working for a construction company. Timm constantly has a bright smile on his face despite the fact that their lives are not easy. His best friend is the daughter of a bakery entrepreneur and they go up to comedy movies together every day. Ida has had limb problems since she was a child, but despite her poverty, his smile and companionship inspires her to be happy in her life. Timm's father goes to great lengths to meet Timm's requirements. The two are inextricably tied. They commonly attend horse racing events because they enjoy both viewing and betting on the horses. They return home after losing one of the bets, passing by the Grand Hotel along the way. Timm's father admits that he used to work as a bus driver for the hotel and promises to take him there for a great lunch one day. Timm's father brings home a stepmother and her 14-year-old son one day, expecting that Timm will be able to live a happy life now that he has a full family. However, Timm's new brother insults him and spoils his late mother's presence during the argument, and things go quickly awry. After being ridiculed by his stepmother, he arrives at the racecourse in tears, thinking about his father, and to his surprise, he uncovers a 50-cent coin just then. Timm sobs as he collects the funds and plans to purchase a fitting tombstone for his father when the same unidentified man his father had previously chastised comes in front of him and informs him that he is one of his father's friends. He offers him a pre-filled slot and urges him to place a wager on the West Wind. Timm makes a tidy profit from his bet when his favorite horse, West Wind, surprisingly wins the race. Timm sobs as he accepts the money, but the money is immediately stolen by scammers. The same man who claimed to be his father's friend gives him the printouts from his pocket and instead of giving him money, lends him another 5 nickels and asks him to meet him at the racing track at 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. When Timm is about to leave his house, his stepmother asks him to bring her some cakes. He runs to the Item's bakery, where the bakery owner reminds him of his debts. Timm jokes that he will repay her by robbing the senator. He arrives at the racecourse after some time and waits for Baron there, where he falls asleep on the bench because he is tired of waiting. Instead of handing him money, the same man who claimed to be his father's friend gives him the printouts from his pocket and asks him to meet him at the racetrack at 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Timm doesn't have any money left for the bet, so he offers him a contract in which he promises to assist him in winning every bet he makes. Timm is completely uninformed of the repercussions of the contract, so he signs it without hesitation. As soon as he signs the contract, his joy evaporates, signifying that Timm's smile has been sold to Baron. With a chuckle, Baron enters the office, shocking his co-workers by revealing that the two fraudsters are actually his staff who have been transformed into mice to keep an eye on him. Timm pays up the bakery's debts and also takes Ida to see a movie after winning the first bet. Timm does not laugh while watching the movie, despite the fact that the episodes are quite funny. Timm runs into an elderly hotel employee outside the hotel who is able to tell the person Timm met before betting on how all this works. For the third time, he inquires about Timm's betting abilities, but Timm is not in the mood to respond and instead asks whether he may work while staying at the hotel. Meanwhile, the hotel manager, Divine, runs up to Casimir and demands him that an elevator boy be dispatched. Casimir soon recommends Timm for the job, and he gets to stay at the hotel as well. Timm has everything he needs for his father and now longs for his joy to return. Timm is not permitted to go to the racetrack in the hopes of finding Baron because he made a substantial profit for the wager. Timm sits alone, hoping to restore his laughter, and reads the contract, realizing that if he loses any bet, he will immediately return his laughter. The next morning, Baron arrives at the Grand Hotel, but when Timm asks him to return his laughter, he refuses. The Baron takes off his spectacles and shows Timm his eyes, which he recognizes. The Baron, who is giving a speech, is bothered by his vision and puts on his dark spectacles before driving out from the hotel. Timm then informs Casimir that he had signed a contract with Baron, pledging him to win all of his bets in exchange for his laughter. When Casimir hears his narrative, he decides to assist him in regaining his sense of humor and deposing Baron. He then dares him to bet on whether or not he will become the richest man on the planet. Suddenly, a group of strangers appeared at the hotel and took him away, accusing him of being the only perpetrator of the world's richest man's suicide. Timm is then escorted to the estate of the richest man, where he meets Baron, the richest man's twin brother. Baron restored Timm's laughter at Timm's request, but only for a few minutes so that the press can photograph him. He then returns his laughter, arguing that the contract is still in effect. Through two messengers, we learn that Baron murdered Timm's father. Baron takes him to a racing cup the next Sunday, and Ida and Uncle Casimir accompany them as Casimir is assisting Ida in climbing the stage to meet him. They are apprehended by the two scammers who Timm rescued, but they decide to assist him. They bring him downstairs to Ida and Uncle Casimir when they discover that Ida is his buddy lying to Baron. Ida proposes to him. Make a wager with her that he won't be able to laugh. He takes off his glasses and sees her for the first time. At the same time, Baron approaches them and extends his hand to Timm, inviting him to accompany him home. Timm snubs the invitation, symbolizing the triumph of his laughter and love over wealth and power. As they exit from the backstage area, Timm can finally chuckle again. Outside, they discover Baron as a frail man, and as he walks away, he transforms his two duped messengers into mice. Timm assures them that he would look after them, and the movie comes to a close. The name of this amazing movie is The Legend of Timm Thaler. That is all for today, folks! Tell us in the comment section what is your point of view about this amazing movie. See you soon with another amazing video.